I have never used anything in Korean. I have never. In my entire life, there was no situation that I have ever used anything written in Korean. No, never. Never in my life I've been actually, used any Korean application. Starting from 2007, all my computer operate themselves in English. Every single time. I know you can actually check up on my, reaction to it. Why do I have to write it down by memorizing altogether? There is a significant difference. Not everyone actually just simply passing by. That's a great mistake. You are actually putting too much trust in your own perception. Simply passing by, that does not mean you can always exactly recreate on paper with exactitude. Simply scanning like really quickly, you think that you already memorized to write everything down? Don't you understand that you're considering yourself to be super genius unnecessarily? I don't think so. Let me actually, test your intelligence. I bet you. Even actually, conduct your business in Korean, I don't think you would actually, just simply pass by, you write down everything, exact thing. No, that's a fucking ridiculous argument. That's just something that I don't buy. You're a fucking liar. That's a fucking lie. Definitely had a greater chance in English. Absolutely. No doubt about it. Everyone can actually see this. The whole universe can see. No, never been. No, Android is starting. Huh. I actually read in English much faster. I've never actually seen this message. Android is starting. I never actually seen this. What the fuck is wrong with you? You think that, I'm a moron? But don't actually say that. Spelling itself is a problem. Then I have to actually capitalize it. Those people are really, even I said that Roger, they think that this is Rogist. That's really crazy. This time I said it, my J's like this. Don't actually fucking try to blame me as an F. I will actually capitalize it to minimize this type of harassment. E is starting. Auf Deutsch ist. I don't really need to think. I know it better. Who's watching? Who's watching? Go on or someone else? No, not me at this moment. I'm not watching it. Download and go. Look for more systematic, TV programs that might actually suit your favor by downloading it and know more about it. I don't need to. Ah, shit. What is wrong with this asshole? I really read something in English way, way faster than Korean. There is no chance I would ever compete with it. Android is starting again. I don't need to. It's very Android, by the way. There is a one great mistake, and if I ever just pass by it, I got it by myself. That doesn't mean I have to actually memorize all new information that has never been presented to me to exactly reenact it within that short little amount of time. That's the real reason I need a little lab technician. To somebody who been actually already knowing how this should be actually conducted. I don't need to think about it. It just simply no intelligence should be necessary to see how naturalized and internalized my English is. There are already adaptive programs that kind of, things can definitely conduct a serious inquiry into, it's the automated condition without actually relying on any type of memory. Because some people really have a great memory. They can write down certain full issue with no difficulty, but they still have no understanding of English at all. That wouldn't be really possible. So they actually have a very distinctive program. I'm not gonna lie. You even actually got flesh. What do you mean by that? I got flesh. Do you not actually see that? Flesh not just I never seen it. Never even heard about this James Toll Tower in recent, 365 days. That was definitely, off my brain. Don't you not actually know? Have you not actually said that I had a very short memory? But I had no problem with the Charlize Theron. But you know what? It was never been my problem. I'm not fucking lying. It was just changed. I always have to capitalize whenever I write that name in order to prevent any type of squiggle that might actually hamper my progress. The use of mobile while driving could actually cause a serious danger. I don't really need to. I actually read it. If you actually use your phone while you're driving and walking on the street, this could entail troubles. It might actually, harm your way. You can actually say that in American English, trouble is better to say it could get you in trouble. Could get you in trouble. I actually read American English faster. I don't really need to. Try YouTube Premium free. I don't really need to. I really read, English faster. I swear to God. English is really... Sometimes the people really actually are gravely mistaken. If you are actually given a very new information, and you have to also memorize the entire intriguing rhetoric of it without missing a single adjective, that kind of pressure would somehow slow down. You just actually scan it, pass by it, then the comprehension rates definitely go up in a whopping sense. And you can actually grab any cognitive science and question them. If you just simply pass by it and internally digest the message, you don't really need to actually memorize any of these, then how quickly you can actually perform it, what type of velocity you can demonstrate it. That's not really a question of rocket science or voodoo scientist. It's really easy. I don't really need to. I don't fucking read anything. Galaxy to go. That's all that I read. I don't really. Whatever. Smart S. I don't really read Ukraine. Not at all. Dresden. I've been there. Dresden and Bremen before. I've been there, Dresden. Dresden is in Sachsen. Sachsen's state capital is a Dresden state capital. Yeah, I don't need to think about it. I'm very smart. I'm not really lying. Don't actually try to delete it. No, it's not really kind of having a problem. Not at all. Not at all. Don't actually. No, my phone is really bizarre. This is really proves it's under a foreign control. How I'm supplying electricity. This is not really working properly. It's not my fault. Somebody's withholding the supply of electricity to slow down the charging procedure. Even though cable is connected, the charger is fully connected to the power strip, which is on. They've been actually constantly withholding and preventing this phone from getting charged. You understand what I mean? This reflects somebody's intervention. Thank you for doing it. You just actually proved my conspiracy theory. This cable charger is fully connected. It is working right now. It is working, but depending upon its capricious whims, it just actually sometimes receive electricity but speed it out. As if somebody is holding this phone's back. That means the main controller is preventing this phone from being charged. That means that somebody is really kind of hindering the very progress of electricity being taken into the system. That means the phone is somewhat sluggish because somebody is controlling the actual supply of electricity, which it could be normally injected into it. But see, this phone is not right now being charged, but it's not really actually, experiencing significant progress. In a normal day, it's really being charged really quickly. It would be turbocharged. I've already witnessed that. If I leave this phone off, it would have definitely increased it. But you know what? Even actually while I'm using it, it would be charged well. It's not a problem with the charger. No, don't blame it. It's working really well. But somebody is really withholding it. You see, for 1,000,000 hours, this phone would never be charged. That's really the problem. This charger is working really well. But the problem is, it actually remains in this way for more than 1,000 years. I will actually show you just seconds later and minutes later, because somebody's definitely preventing this phone from actually getting supplied with the power. Because their controller can actually exert or exercise the power to cut it off and withhold the power supply. This actually creates a major disorder. This phone would never be fully furnished with the power, even though it has been connected with the charger that is in full control, and that is really properly working. That's in function. You normally buy that, right? I will show you what happens. This is constantly in this state. No progress at all. This is really the evidence. This is the admissible evidence scientifically proved that spyware is really installed in it, which is really controlling the actual status of the phone by not actually letting this phone properly supplied or charged. That's a problem. Where else can it be? Never thought about anything. Just say something. I don't care. S36. Season 36. Now going into the vault. Showcase. Now going into the vault. Showcase something I've never even heard about. Excuse me, Frederick, are you fucking crazy? You think that I'm actually thinking about English? Let me show you. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Jodie Foster won 2 days ago. Martha Stewart won yesterday, 1 day ago. The handicapper can actually carry everything. Is that really omen? The women can actually be in a winning streak. Jodie Foster and Martha Stewart. Jodie Foster graduated from Yale University. Martha Stewart, great Martha Stewart, Barnard Ridge College. J for Jim. Okay? Beaver! Horses. Ah, M&M. I. Heel. This is really the power. Trachea. I was actually thinking asparagus. Bunny. Cottontail. I'm actually really quick. I don't fucking know, how else I can picture English. Excuse me. If this is not truly picturing the English, then where else can it be? I got flesh. No. Boar. Ah, boar. Boar ham. I like it. Hog. Boar. I used to have a honey glazed boar ham. What is that? I didn't know. Kidney. Kidney. It should be paired. And kidney is a perfectly. Lung is also paired, but. Excuse me. What do you think, Ferrari? You think that I'm actually not getting it? Mm-hmm. Timothy Hill. He refused to actually give a tiniest name to actually be. No, just saying. ABBA? But I want to start it. Start Martha Stewart there. Oh my god, Martha Stewart there. Cursing me. Oh. I keep a bumping in the head and he took it off and he got clout. Cain and Abel. Maria? Alligator? Spice Girls? Go-Go. Mm-hmm. Still, it is not being charged at all. Even though this charger is working. See? Somebody is withholding the power supply.